Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? We got a big slate of NBA games on tonight. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to peep all of them. I was watching my Hawks game, so y'all know why we here, man. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on the video. Help me get to my first 500 subs. I'm trying to get there by the end of this month, so if y'all can help me out, it would be greatly appreciated. And let's get right into it. So the Hawks and Rockets, man, season opener for the Hawks. Great game from start to finish. Was back and forth, up and down. Dre coming off his brand new contract extension, well deserved in my opinion. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later in the video. Jabari Smith making his NBA debut, had a very solid outing. But let's start with the first quarter. Both teams kind of came out the gate a little bit kind of weary, you know, both teams looking kind of rusty, especially the Hawks shooting from distance. Trey did not shoot the ball well the first quarter, or really the entire game for that fact, but the defense was playing pretty decent, forcing turnovers. Dre was attacking the rim. You love to see it. I love to see him not settling. I really wish Trey would have stopped settling so much for deep threes and would have attacked the rim, got to his floater like he's been known for. Defense comes in, was putting pressure on both Holiday brothers, forcing turnovers, getting a couple steals here and there. Second quarter rolls around. Both teams picking up a little bit offensively behind Jabari Smith and John Collins for the Hawks. Jabari Smith was really played well overall, in my opinion, for his first game. He definitely had his moments. John Collins had a great game overall. Picked up kind of the slack in the second quarter when Atlanta was struggling to score. And then Trey and DeJounte doing what they do best, and that is playmaking. Not shooting the ball well for either of them. Get other guys involved. Get DeAndre Hunter involved. Get John Collins involved. Okongwu was having a very nice game overall. They were lacking bench offense with Bogdanovich obviously being out, but I love what Nate McMillan is doing with staggering both Trey and DeJounte so that one of them is on the floor at all times. I love seeing that. Pretty good overall first half for the Atlanta Hawks. And then in the second half, they kind of just built on that. Atlanta goes up by a quick 14 points, but then right away, Houston makes a run, gets right back into it behind Jabari Smith. Houston they kept sticking around the entire game. They were down as much as 14, but they kept climbing back into the game. Will cut it down to like 2, 3, 4 points, but just can never really take over. And that's a lot of that is probably because they're just a young team, but you got to tip your hat out to the Rockets, man. They fought hard in this game, and Jabari Smith had a very solid third quarter overall. John Collins was just kind of carrying Atlanta in the third quarter, keeping them alive, along with DeJounte Murray's playmaking and Trey's playmaking. They were getting going, you know, getting other guys involved, and again, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. Fourth quarter was really kind of the same thing. It was just Houston kind of hanging around, DeJounte making plays. Dre stepped up, hit a couple big shots. DeJounte had 5 steals on the night, man, and I can't even stress that enough. That is why Atlanta brought him to this team. His defensive impact on the floor, you can definitely see it, you can definitely feel it. Well, obviously I couldn't feel it, but you can definitely, y'all get what I'm talking about. You can see the impact that DeJounte Murray's defense had on this game that you didn't get last year with guys like Kevin Huerter and Gallinari that were in the lineup. DeJounte Murray is going to be such a key piece for this game. Or for this team, and I get it, he didn't shoot well, Trey didn't shoot well, but the fact that those two guys, the best players on the team, did not shoot well, but they had other guys step up like JC and like Dre, just goes to show that this team can compete. Now, again, I said in my last video, we're not going to overreact to the first game of the season, man. We're not. But this team, you know, they look good. They show some flashes. A lot of stuff they got to clean up overall, obviously. But for the Rockets, man, Jalen Green kind of struggled the entire game. Jabari Smith was really their only offense that they were kind of getting. They don't really have great point guard play because Kevin Porter Jr. is not really a point guard. He's more of a scoring kind of combo guard. He didn't really have too great of a game. I think DeJounte Murray had a real nice late block on him later in the fourth quarter. And again, DeJounte Murray's defense, getting into passing lanes, getting 5 steals. That is ridiculous, man. Both him and Trey had double doubles. I loved what I saw overall from those two guys, even if they weren't shooting well. Overall, can't be mad. First game of the season for the Hawks, ending in a dub. And the biggest takeaways from this game: number one, Atlanta's defense. I already touched on DeJounte Murray and the presence that he brings and what he has felt on the defensive end, getting those 5 steals, definitely improved. Number 2, John Collins getting his shots, man. He finally got involved in the offense. The playmaking of Trey and DeJounte when they're not shooting well, looking for other guys. Leads me to my point number 3. DeAndre Hunter kind of living up to that contract. He finished with 22 points, had a couple key buckets towards the end of the game. A lot of people said he was way overpaid. He was getting slandered on Twitter. I never viewed it that way. I thought it was a great contract for him, right in around the, the market that guys like him go for a 3-and-D wing. And then number 4, Jabari Smith, gonna have an excellent career, man. He's gonna be in the running for Rookie of the Year. He had a very solid rookie debut on the road. This Rockets team has a lot of room to grow, man. I want to see Jalen Green take that next step and kind of take over this team as the best player on the team. He was kind of shooting a lot. He's not a great shooter. It doesn't really look like his shots improved. Again, we're not going to overreact. It's only one game in the season. I expect Jalen Green to get better throughout the season. Rockets are obviously not going to be a playoff team, but maybe they get another high draft pick. They're still a fun team to watch. I'm going to pretty much leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. A couple other games around the league. I saw the Pelicans were destroying the Nets, which was a crazy game. Again, I did not see any other game highlights or anything. I was just watching a Hawks game. I tried to kind of bounce back and forth between some games during halftime, but I didn't really get too much game time of other games. But I saw the Timberwolves were winning. I'm not going to go through the whole slate of games, man, because I didn't watch any of them other than the Hawks. So I'm going to pretty much leave it there. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Who y'all looking forward to most watching this season? What did y'all think about this game? If you did watch it, I want to hear from my Hawks fans. Leave a like on the video, and I will catch y'all next episode.